What's up? It is your boy Mercy, and I'm back with another video yet again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to my channel and supporting my channel. I deeply appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you are a new listener, thank you for coming to visit and listen to what I have to say today. Hopefully something is said that you will enjoy and you'll be back for more. To anybody who has not subscribed thus far, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you'll be among the first to see the videos that I upload in the future. Let's get right into it, shall we? Okay, first and foremost, y'all not finna eat me up. I know y'all probably seeing this and like, I thought you said you weren't gonna wait these numbers. I thought you said you was working on it. I am working on it. First of all, what had happened was, I was going to work last night. Y'all, it's like 10 in the morning. I got out this morning. So I was going to work last night and my hair was just doing everything in the world. Like, it was all over the place. It didn't look, I didn't feel like picking it for one. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw on the scrub cap. And as one of my favorites, Miss Tabitha Brown would say, that's my business. So I just threw on me a scrub cap and kept it moving. But yeah, I'm rocking my scrub cap and I got it on, I got it on because I just didn't feel like doing nothing to my hair last night when I was going to work, And that's just what it is. But anyway, that ain't why y'all here. As y'all probably can see from the title of this video, I got a message maybe yesterday. Actually, it was yesterday. I got a DM and it was asking me basically pros and cons to travel nursing, and it was asking me how to find the best agencies. So I want to get into a little bit of that on this video. Travel nursing, as you guys know, has been a huge blessing for me in my life. I will always be thankful for travel nursing. Am I going to do travel nursing forever? Absolutely not. But I will always be thankful for travel nursing. Travel nursing has definitely been a game changer. And it is a game changer in a lot of situations if you use it and leverage it correctly. Typically, how travel nursing goes, for those of you that are wondering, how you will do this, and you can travel with many different things, but since I'm a nurse, I'm gonna talk about travel nursing. Now, you can travel with many different things, though. You could be a travel electrician, you could be a travel CNA, but I'm gonna talk about travel nursing. So how I usually go is you get your experience. I recommend getting at least a year of experience. Some companies will want 2 years of experience. Just being real with you, they're gonna want at least 2 years. But I recommend at least a year. Not all companies want 2 years, but some will. Just putting it out there. Get you at least a good year of experience on a specialty, right? Whether that be med-surg, ICU, step down, maybe you're an ER nurse, maybe you're a labor delivery nurse, maybe you're in an OR. But get you one good year of experience, right? And then after that year of experience, you're gonna start going into the agency search because you're gonna start looking for contracts. Now, when you're looking for contracts, there are several different things to look for. You want to look for, of course, pay. You want to look for things that are very important to you, because what might be important to me might not be important to you. For example, some agencies offer 401k. You can start doing your 401k, contributing to it day one on your contract, and some don't. Some require you to wait at least a year, but it may have a better rate. So it just depends on what you're looking for, what's important to you at the time. I do want to get into the pros and the cons. I'm just going off the top of my head. Y'all ain't wrote them down. Like I said, I just got off work this morning. But, I've been doing travel nursing for like a little minute, so I can kind of think off the top of my head with this one. Of course, the number one pro of travel nursing, of course, you're going to make more money. You're going to make great money. We all kind of know this. A lot of people know this, but they don't know the backside of it, because there is a backside of it. You're going to make a lot of money. That's one con to travel nursing. Another pro to travel nursing. Well, I guess it could be a con when you do them taxes, but anyway, no, I'm just kidding. When you are going to make a lot of money as a travel nurse, that is a pro. That is a pro to travel nursing, of course. Everybody knows that, right? Pretty much anybody know that. You know, you tell them you're a travel nurse, voila, they tell you, oh, you're making good money, whatever. Right? Everybody pretty much know that. Another pro to travel nursing is you're gonna meet a lot of great people. You're gonna meet people from all walks of life, different cultures, different mindsets. And it's so beautiful. I always think that's beautiful because I may not necessarily agree with you, or I may not necessarily agree with how you live your life. But I always take it in. I always love to take it in and listen and see why you think that way, or why you live that way, or why you came to that conclusion of whatever it is. I love that. I just love it. It don't mean necessarily going to change me, but it could teach me something else that I didn't know, and I'm always just open to it. So for me, that was amazing for me, just to see different life cultures and stuff. The farthest I've went is Missouri, but you know, I've got so many experiences, y'all. So yeah, going different places, meet new people that I still keep in contact to this day. Making good money, meeting new people, right? Those are the two pros. Off bad. What's another pro? What's another pro, Sam? What's another pro? Okay, this kind of ties into the first one, but part of your income is not being taxed. So you get a tax-free stipend that is not going to be taxed at all. So that money is coming to you tax-free as a travel nurse. What else? A lot of times travel agencies will give you discounts. If you travel with them, they give you discounts to different stores, different companies that you can use later. That's the pro to travel nursing. You have flexibility. If I want to be off for 2 months, I can be off 2 months and pick right back up if I want to. If I want to be off 3 months, I can be off 3 months and pick right back up if I want to. You know, if I don't want to work the summer, I can literally take the summer off. I don't have to request to have the summer off. I can literally say, okay, I'm going to pick a contract from January to May. I'm going to work January to May, and when that contract is over, contracts usually run for 3 months. 13 weeks usually is a standard contract. So if you pick a contract, if you say I want the summer off, you can pick a contract from January up until May, and you can renew it once up until May and cut it out, and then take the whole summer off. There's no requesting summer off. There's no having to put in no months ahead of time. No, you literally finish your contract, take the summer off. Pick right back up in August if you want to, or whenever you want to do it. That's one great pro of travel nursing. Let's see, what else? You kind of call the shots to a degree. Now, when I first got into travel nursing, I was like, oh, I'm be calling the shots. Yeah, you know, I got shots. But as I got into it, I learned a little bit more. But I'll get into that in a minute. You do kind of call the shots, though. You get to tell them, okay, what you want in your contract. Now, it's up to them to honor it, which is, I'm kind of getting into the cons. But you can tell them, hey, I don't want 7 patients. I'm a med-surg nurse. I don't want 7 patients. I will not take 7 patients. I do this. You can tell them, hey, these are the days I want off. This is how far I want to go. You know, you have the right to, you can work as far or as close as you want to work to home. I can go all the way to California if I want to. I can stay right here in South Carolina. It just depends on my choice and what I want to do. That's another pro of travel nursing. Let's see what else, Jesus. Of course, different foods. You can go places to try different foods. I place that just with seeing different things, traveling. Of course, that's the obvious. I don't try a whole lot of different foods. When I'm going to these different places, my mind is focused on, like I told y'all in these previous videos, I'm paying off something, I'm stacking, I'm making my money. I'm not really focused on sightseeing like that. Now, the most sightseeing I have done is Missouri. Missouri got the arch, they got the museum, they got the zoo. So, yeah, I did a little bit of sightseeing there, but most of the time, it's tunnel vision for me. But that is another pro to travelers. What else? What else is so great about travel nursing, y'all? What else is so good about travel nursing? Depending on your agency, they will pay for you to travel. They will pay for your plane ticket. They will pay for your gas to get there. And, of course, you can always opt to have them pay for your housing. I guess that's something that just kind of comes with territory. That just comes with traveling. But I guess it could be seen as a pro to many people. What else? What else? What else? Okay, I think that's about it. That's all I can think of on top of my head, y'all. I might be missing. I feel like I'm missing something big. But anyway, if I think of it, I'll come back to it. So those are the pros, right? Cons. Because this is what they don't talk about. This is what they don't tell y'all. This is not what they're telling you guys, okay? Con number one. You are highly dispensable, all right? You are highly dispensable. You are the first to go. You are the first to get floated. So, let me explain. Let's just say, and this is why I say get your experience. Let's just say you want to go out there and make all this money and you have not gotten no experience. Maybe you got 6 months of experience. Maybe you kind of fabricated how much experience you had, and you told the people you had a year of experience. You only had 6 months. Well, you go out here, let's say you do something crazy. And you don't have to do nothing detrimental. It don't have to be nothing that detrimental for you to get let go from a contract. Let's just be real about that. It doesn't have to be that detrimental. Things that you may get a pat on the hand for as a staff nurse, you will get fired for as a travel nurse. I'm just keeping it a buck. You will get fired. I'm just keeping it real. The small stuff that you may just get a pat on, like, don't do that. You will get fired for as a travel nurse because you are highly dispensable. There are so many people that want your position, that want your pay. Travel nurse is very competitive. That's another con, and it kind of ties into this one. But just how you saw that rate, somebody else saw that rate. And a lot of times it's a matter of who got to it first, or who had more experience, or who had a better resume, or who had better recommendations. It boils down to that a lot of times. And so just like how they hired you, they will hire somebody else. There's somebody else waiting to take that position. I just knocked over my hand. I'm sorry. There's somebody else waiting to take that same position, just like you. You are highly dispensable, okay? So don't get too big-headed as a travel nurse, like, oh, I'm irreplaceable. No, you're very replaceable. I've seen it happen. Thankfully, it's never happened to me, but I've seen it happen time and time again. One contract, I'm not naming where I was, but I saw like 10 travelers get canceled in one city. It had me going crazy, y'all. I mean, I was like, what's going on here? But it happens. It can happen, and it does happen. You are highly dispensable. That's my first con. Second, sometimes your rate can be dropped in the middle of a contract. Now, that has never happened to me either, but I know people that it has happened to, and it can happen. Let's say, for instance, you sign a contract. I'm just speaking real numbers, like this is easy numbers. Let's say, for instance, you sign a contract for $300 a week, and you work 6 weeks of your contract, and they come 7 weeks, and they tell you, hey, look, hey, Zay, we're going to drop your contract to $150 a week. That can happen. That can happen. Just because you sign a contract. Now, is it common? It's not common, but it does happen, and it can happen. It is a thing. Like, just like they can break the contract with you, you can break the contract with them too. I guess that's another pro. Yeah, so let me go back to the pros. So, that's another pro. If you sign a contract, you go somewhere you don't like, you can break the contract. You can do that. You have free will there. I mean, they may try to scare you, and that is another con. It's so much that go into this. That is another con to travel nursing, which I'll get into. But you can break the contract. If you don't like where you at, you can break the contract. I would not recommend doing that and making it a habit. I would not recommend that. I would really make sure that you look at a contract really well before you sign that dotted line, because once you do that, that is it. But you can break a contract if you do so. If you see fit to do so. Just like they can cancel you, you can cancel them. So don't think that you don't have any power. A con to that is you will oftentimes have recruiters tell you, oh, well, they're not going to hire you again, or you're going to be on the blacklist, or the do not hire list. You're going to be on that list, and they're not going to hire you again. In some cases, that is true. Most cases, it is not. It is not true. I will tell you, if you are going to be a travel nurse, if you want to be a travel nurse, if you're thinking about being a travel nurse, do not let these recruiters get in your head. Make your decisions based off what you feel and what is best for you, not what's best for them. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to make a buck. So keep you in the back of your mind. Keep you at the forefront and at the back. Let me say that. Like, do what's best for you. And if you feel like this is not a conducive environment for you, now exhaust your options now, because you don't want to just get up and leave a contract. But exhaust your options. If you've done everything you can do to make this situation, and especially if you're thousands of miles from home, exhaust your options. You know, I would say don't just leave, but in those situations, do what's best for you. Don't listen to these recruiters because, of course, they want to make money at the end of the day. Keep that in mind. They want to make money, and like I said, you are highly dispensable. So, but just like you're highly dispensable, that's another pro. You can easily find you another contract too. Don't think that it's the end of the world. So that's another con. They will try to scare you. Recruiters will try to get in your head. They're good at that. It's a tactic they use. It's a tactic, and I've learned it, and I figured it out. A lot of them, and I've caught so many of them in lies. Lies, y'all. Oh, well, you won't be able to do this, or you won't be able to do that, or it's not going to be quite like this next time, or da-da-da-da-da. Lies. If you're a recruiter watching this, y'all know y'all be lying. Stop it. I be catching y'all in the lies. They lie. Recruiters lie, okay? They say things to get you to sign, and they say things to scare you, to make you paranoid. Very rarely do you find a good recruiter, but all of them want to make money. I don't care what they tell you, they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't want to make money. They want to make money at the end of the day. They may tell you, oh, I have other income, but they want to make money. I mean, let's just be real about it. Like, they want to make money. And very rarely do you find a real one that's going to tell you that. And that's going to be real with you up front and let you have free will. Like, at the end of the day, do what is best for you. But don't be going and playing with these people, though, either. Like, if you sign a contract, you know you say you're going to sign it. Don't just leave because you feel like, oh, well, another one is paying higher money. No, that's not right. Don't do that. You missed out, hun. But now I'm talking about make the right decisions for you as far as safety, as far as comfortability. You know? So yeah, that's the second con. They will try to scare you, make you paranoid. Let's see what else. What other ones? Another con to travel nursing is that you constantly have to learn different charting systems. You are constantly learning new facilities, new policies. I mean, I go from one place, y'all. The protocol for dressing changes might be that we let the IV team do it. When I go over here, it's like the nurses do it. The nurses do all of that over here. I might go to this hospital and we got IV team, we got EKG techs, we got phlebotomy. I go over here, the nurses do all of that. So it's like you kind of constantly have to switch your mind on, off in a lot of cases. And you have to be able to mold and be flexible to whatever it is that this facility is doing. Sometimes I just laugh and grin at myself like, wow, they do it like this. Okay, well, I just have to get with this for the next 13 weeks. You know, it's like every facility is another thing I've learned is that every facility is passionate about, excuse me, y'all. Every facility is passionate about something. So some might be passionate about, because it's something that they may be trying to improve. So some facilities are passionate about pressure sores. Others are passionate about CLABSIs. Others may be passionate about falls because it might be something that they're hit with the hardest. So their policies are going to reflect that. So you have to be able to be flexible. You have to be able to bend and mold into how they want you to practice while you're at their hospital. As long as it's safe, you should be able to do that as a travel nurse. That is a con. It could be a pro at the same time too because it builds up your knowledge base. You know, I've learned so much as a traveler, that I traveled versus staying where I was. You know, I've been exposed to different things. I've been pushed out of that shell. Like I told y'all, when I was at the hospital I started at, we had to put our orders in. But when I went and started traveling, I had to start putting in my own orders. And then I started learning, okay, different things. So that could be a pro and a con, I guess. Another con. What is another con? I guess like I mentioned earlier, you could be the first to be floated. Now, this is not always true in every hospital, but some hospitals it is true. You may be the first to get floated. I mean, it's a reality. It's a reality. You may be the first to get floated. In a lot of places, that is real. That is a real thing. Some places they will not do their travelers like that, but it just depends. Most of the time, it's PRN and it's travelers. Some places it's travelers. So just be prepared, be okay with that if you're going to be a travel nurse. Because that is a con to it. What else, y'all? What else? Okay. Once your contract is over, you have no job. Now, let me put this little pin in this right here. If you are about to be a travel nurse, You think about being a travel nurse. You talking to the agencies right now. You got your recruiter in your phone right now. Listen to me. Get you a PRN, okay? And you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a PRN is a job. You are employed, but you work when basically you get ready to work. PRN is where it's at. PRN, I would say, is travel nursing. PRN and travel nursing are like teeter-tottering in rank because rates with traveling have dropped so much. But PRN, you can make so much though. Just being PRN, and you work really when you get ready. You have more freedom in PRN than you do travel nursing, in my opinion, because there's no set, oh, I'm working 36 hours for 13 weeks minimum. No, I can work 2 days a week for 13 weeks if I want to, for whatever weeks if I want to. You know, you have more freedom with PRN. But I say all that to say, if you're going to be a travel nurse, get you a PRN. You need you a PRN in your back pocket. Just in case that travel contract get ended, like I said, it can end at any moment, right? You got you a job to go make some money. You go make you some money. Never, I repeat, never, and this is me, I've seen it. I've seen so many nurses, contracts end, they don't know what they're going to do. My contract ends next week. I don't know. I can't find no job. I don't know what I'm going to do. Get you a PRN, okay? You may not want to work right after your contract ends, but with a PRN, you won't have to. Most hospitals require that you work 2 shifts a month as a PRN nurse. And a lot of them do not even hold strong to that. So get you a PRN, get you a PRN so that, you'll have a way to make some money. My contract ends today, I can still go make some money. I have 2 PRNs. I have 2. And don't even get me started on agency work. Now, I haven't tapped into agency work, but I hear that's the new thing too. And I mean, agency is always there too. Now, agency is a little harder because you got to look at where shifts are being offered. But I always say this to everybody: get you a PRN. Do not start travel nursing and don't have you a PRN. And if you are starting travel nursing and don't have a PRN, be working on it so that when that contract is over, let's say for instance you broke because you had to pay off all this debt, you can still go make you some money. Because you're not, 9 times out of 10, you're leaving full-time position and going to travel. So you need something you can go back and make some money. And you still gonna make more than you did full-time. Let's see. What's another con, y'all? What's another con? So no work. That's that con. That's what that con is about. You have no work once your contract is over. What's another one? Now, another con I thought of. You may get locked into a contract, right? It may be a real good contract, and you may stay there for a year on time. You may keep renewing. Well, contracts, all the good things come to an end, they say. In this case, it's true. So you cannot stay at a hospital longer than a year, okay? You will have to leave. They will make you leave. You cannot stay there longer than a year. There are some people that leave. Now, I have never done this because, like I told y'all, at the end of my 13 weeks, I'm out. I'm ready to go. I'm done. It may not even be a bad experience. I'm just ready to go. This particular hospital I'm at right now is not a bad experience. I'm just ready to go. I just be ready to go. I don't know what it is. I think it's like being in mode, and I just be ready to go. Like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to go. So, from my understanding, you can't be there longer than a year. Like, once you get there longer than a year, you have to stop. You have to be off a certain amount of time. I think you can come back, but you have to be off a certain amount of time. So keep that in mind too. That's another con to travel nursing. Having to find housing. And I'll do another video of how I got scammed. Y'all, I got scammed trying to find housing. I was going to New York. Video coming soon on how I got scammed. But finding housing is another con to travel nursing. Like, it can be stressful. I'm getting my words tied up, Lord. Housing is a big part of travel nursing. Once you get your contract, the next step is finding housing, most of the time. Like, because once you got your contract, I mean, you know where you're going. Getting there, that's usually not too hard because, like I said, the agency is providing you either a stipend to get there, or you're gonna drive. You instantly know, okay, I'm gonna drive, or I'm gonna fly, or I'm gonna ship my car. If you've been doing it for a little minute, the hardest part is finding somewhere to lay your head and still keeping your money, or keeping as much as your money as you can. So that's a huge con to travel nursing. Oftentimes, that's our biggest hurdle is finding somewhere to sleep. If you can find somewhere to sleep, you doing good. You doing good. You got you a good place to sleep, cheap, affordable place to sleep. You are doing it, because that's most of the battle right there. What else? Y'all, another kind of being a travel nurse. Everybody think you got money. Everybody think you got it. Everybody thinks that you have money. They assume that you are just big balling. They don't realize, like I said, we have to find housing. We have to duplicate our expenses, which I guess I can pull in as another con. You have to duplicate expenses as a travel nurse. Make sure you are doing that. Make sure you are at least 50 miles away from home if you are traveling as a traveler. You don't want to get caught up in that. Not a local travel, because they have local travel too, but as a traveler. We have to duplicate our expenses, and a lot of times we have other bills and we have debt that we are trying to pay. So it's not always glitz and glam, you know. For those of us that have our head on straight, it's not always glitz and glam. I guess that's another con to travel nursing. They obviously automatically think that we got it. They automatically think that we balling and we rolling in it. And to a degree we may, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. It comes with a lot on the back end that people do not see. So I guess rightfully so. But it comes with a lot on the back end that you don't see. You know, you got to talk to recruiters. You got to deal with recruiters. You got to deal with hospitals. You got to deal with, you know, parking and housing and what neighborhood are you in and who are you living with. Some people get Airbnbs and they, you know, live with, you know, they have roommates that they live with. I'm not doing that. But some people do it. They rent out rooms and, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. You got to pick up and leave and go and stay in a whole nother state, a whole other area, unfamiliar area most of the time. It can be a lot of adjusting. That's a whole other con, I feel like. So it's a lot to go into it. I think those are the cons. Y'all probably like, he listed more cons than he did pros. No, I do think travel nursing is good, y'all. Travel nursing is very good for those of you who go into it with the right mindset. Travel nursing can be very good. Like I said, it can bless you if you're young. You don't have any obligations. I don't got no kids. So, I mean, you know, I had to adjust when I got in a relationship. I got in a relationship, and I was already in a relationship when I started travel nursing. Yeah. But, I mean, I had to adjust. We had to work some things out, but still, I don't have no kids. So, you know, I could go. Now, I do be, you know, concerned about my mom and stuff like that. But, you know, if you don't have any obligations, you're young, and you have the right mindset up here to do travel nursing, do it. Go for it. I think it's great. Just take it. Just keep in mind, there are things you have to do. It takes money to make money. So when you first get in a contract, let's say you sign it today, and you got to be in Washington next week. It's going to take money to get there. So you got to have some money already to make sure you get to Washington, right? They're not going to reimburse you. They're not going to pay for your stuff. They're going to reimburse you for your stuff. So whatever you spend, you show them what you spend and they reimburse you, which they are paying for it. But you need money on the front end to make it happen. So just keep that in mind too. You got to pay for scrubs. Constantly buying new scrubs. Now, thankfully, I've went to a lot of places they have the same color. Royal blue. Well, this ain't royal blue. But this place I have now is royal blue. And we wear these colors. My PRN, we wear these too. So that I got blessed with that. And then royal blue, I already had royal blue. A lot of royal blue already. Most places are navy blue for nurses though, which I already had. So, but you know, that's another caveat too. So, it's a lot that goes into travel nursing. It takes money to make money. Remember that. So wherever you're going, it's gonna take money to get there. Just keep that in mind. Have some money saved whenever you take that step. Have some money saved to get you where you're going. Do a lot of research, investigating. Ask questions, especially if you're new to travel nursing. Ask your questions. You know, make sure you look at your contract very carefully before you sign it. That's all I got. Whatever you and your recruiter discuss, get it in writing. I think it'll be a great experience for y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. These are the pros and the cons of travel nursing. I know it seems like there's way more cons, but it's just more that goes into it on the back end that people don't usually see. But it is a great experience. I love it. I don't regret it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yeah, y'all already know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, I'ma tell you. So make sure you go ahead and like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. And until we see each other again, y'all be good.